I remember that day I moved into that dorm room at UCLA like it was yesterday. It was the fall of my sophomore year, and I'd just broken up with my high school boyfriend back in Seattle. I needed a fresh start, No more drama. Just focus on my psych major and maybe join a sorority. The housing office paired me with this girl named Emily. She seemed normal enough when we emailed beforehand. Blonde, from Chicago, into yoga and indie bands. We met in the lobby with our boxes, and she gave me this big, genuine hug like we'd known each other forever. "Hey, I'm Emily. Oh my God, your hair is amazing. Is that natural?" she said, tossing her ponytail over her shoulder. I laughed, feeling a bit awkward, but relieved. "Thanks. Yeah, it's all mine. I'm Jessica, by the way. Nice to finally meet you in person." We hauled our stuff up to the third floor, chatting about our classes. She was pre-med, super ambitious, and had this infectious energy. "I can't wait to hit up the beach this weekend," she said. "You in? We could grab tacos from that truck on Westwood." "Sounds perfect," I replied, already picturing us as besties. The room was tiny. 2 twin beds shoved against opposite walls, desk, and a window overlooking the quad. We unpacked, blasting Taylor Swift playlists, and by dinner, we were swapping stories about our exes. "Mine was such a jerk," Emily confessed over pizza in the cafeteria. "Cheated with his lab partner." "What's your story?" "Nah, long distance killed it," I said, shrugging. "Couldn't handle me being here." "Whatever. Good riddance." She clinked her soda against mine. "To new beginnings." That night, though, everything changed. We'd stayed up late watching Netflix, some rom-com to unwind, and finally crashed around midnight. I was exhausted from moving, so I fell asleep fast. But I woke up maybe 2 hours later to this blood-curdling yelling. "No! No! 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 No!" It was Emily, thrashing in her bed like she was fighting off a demon. My heart pounded. I sat up, clutching my blanket. "Emily? Are you okay?" No answer. She flung her covers off in one violent swipe, and they landed in a heap on the floor. The room was dim, just moonlight filtering through the blinds. She sat bolt upright, her eyes wide open, like she wasn't really seeing anything. Then she whispered, so softly I almost missed it. "Not the window." I froze. Was she awake? Dreaming? I whispered back, "Emily? Hey, talk to me." She didn't. Instead, she swung her legs over the side of the bed and stood up. She shuffled to the window. My mind raced. Sleepwalking? I'd heard stories, but this was next level. She grabbed the lock with both hands and started twisting it back and forth. Lock, unlock, lock, unlock. Over and over. Whispering to herself the whole time. Mumbling words I couldn't make out. Like a chant. "Emily, stop! You're scaring me!" She ignored me. After what felt like forever, probably 3 minutes, she let go and muttered, "That'll do." And then she turned and started back toward her bed. But as she passed mine, she stopped dead, pivoted slowly to face me. Her eyes locked on mine, but they were empty, like staring into a void. She just stood there, breathing heavily for a solid 2 minutes. I could feel my pulse in my throat. Was she going to lunge? Scream? I didn't dare move. Finally, she whispered something incoherent and kept walking, right past her bed to the door. She reached out and dragged her hand down the wood from top to bottom, nails scraping lightly. Then she turned around, shuffled back, climbed into bed, and pulled the covers up like nothing happened. I lay there wide awake, terrified out of my mind. My skin crawled. What the hell was that? Part of me wanted to bolt, grab my keys, and crash on a friend's couch. But it was 2 a.m. and I didn't want to seem dramatic. Plus, she seemed so normal earlier. Maybe it was a one-off. Stress from the move or something. I didn't sleep a wink the rest of the night. Just stared at the ceiling, listening to her breathe. Morning came, and Emily woke up chipper as ever. "Good morning. How'd you sleep?" she asked, stretching and grabbing her towel for the shower. Fine," I lied, forcing a smile. "You?" "Like a rock. Must be the California air." She laughed and headed out. I never told her. How do you even bring that up? "Hey, roomie, you turned into a zombie last night and creeped me out?" We lived together for the whole semester, and she never did it again. Not that I'd noticed, anyway. I'd lie awake some nights, waiting, but she slept like a baby. We actually became friends, went to parties, studied together, even road tripped to Big Sur one weekend.